Guys, all the cars that you see in these videos are for sale on my website, www.woodsandbarclay.com. Enjoy the video. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is part 2 in the series on the 1984 Orient Red Wagon. So today is my initial inspection video. The vehicle is just how it came off the trailer, and it's been sitting in the shop for several months. Finally getting around to working on it. We haven't washed it, we haven't detailed it, we haven't done a single thing to the vehicle. So let's do a quick inspection, and that allows me to make a parts list and get a general idea of what I want to do on this refurbishment. Okay, the beautiful thing about this wagon is that is 100% original paint. Nothing has been repainted on this car, and it's a single stage. They didn't do clear coat on these cars. So when I get it to Scott for buffing and polishing with that single stage paint, he can make it look brand new again. So I really love single stage paint cars. And you can see we still have the sage hanging from the rear view mirror. I guess the previous owner had her little smudge stick there. Let's go ahead and take a look at the interior. So, you know, the dash, perfect condition, no cracks. The wood looks good. It's a little faded. It's a little lighter than I would like. You can see down here when we get out of the sunlight areas, see how it's a little darker here. So, yeah, I'm going to remove the wood, send it to Madeira. It's actually an amazing, I'm going to replace little switches like that. See the worn mark? But this is actually remarkable original wood. I don't even see a crack. Yeah, wow. It's tempting to leave that alone because it's original with no cracks, but as you know, I pointed out, I don't know if you guys can see in the camera. There we go. We have some fading here from sunlight, and the wood's darker there. So want to redo that. As far as the seats, I mean, these have never been cleaned or anything. No rips, no tears. This is the kind of wagon, this is the condition you want to find. Yeah, look at that. That's beautiful. This is the condition wagon you want to find because it's a perfect candidate for refurbishment. Let's go ahead and take a look at the engine compartment. Yeah, this is a perfect candidate because, you know, it's fully documented, all service records. It's still a running and driving car in excellent condition. So this is like the perfect find to refurbish a wagon. Now I can see all the zinc plating. I mean, it's still hanging in there. That's, gosh, you know, 40 years old. It's still hanging in there. But new from the factory. I actually have a set here because I have to finish up the zinc plating on this car. That's what it looked like when it left the factory. I have, you know, original like 30,000 mile cars that were never, you know, that never left the garages, and this is exactly what it looks like on those 30,000 mile cars. So I know for a fact that's what it looked like from the factory. So we'll go ahead and you know, re-zinc plate all that. But yeah, and of course there's the original hood pad. You see there's a chunk missing there, and it's coming down over there, but that's pretty remarkable that it's even still there. All right, let's go ahead. Let's get it up in the air and do the initial inspection. I'm just looking around at all the trim pieces around the car. That might be I don't know if that's hand painted or not. The dealers would apply these stripes. You see it on like 99% of the vehicles. Sometimes they were painted, sometimes they were decals. Yeah, all the anodized aluminum trim is actually remarkable. Look, there's not even any cracks in the window felts, the window brushes. These are what the window presses up against as it rolls down. That right there is your first sign the car was never parked outside, because that's not all dried out. It's also a West Coast car that has a moderate climate. Yeah, all this anodized aluminum trim is amazing. There we go. I have to rebuild the antenna. You can see it's sticking up a little bit, so that thing's probably not working. I got to take that out and rebuild it. Just looking back here, there is a nice tint I don't know if that's factory tint or not. I mean, this is original Mercedes glass. That tint is what has protected this interior for all these years. So I'll probably leave that tint on there. Yeah, there's no cracks in the headlights. The bumper trim's not coming detached. I'm just doing an assessment of the exterior to see if I have to do anything back here. Yeah, the crossbars are actually in the rear cargo area back here, and I can see these luggage strips. They're not coming unglued or detached. That's excellent condition. These are the cars you want to find that are perfect candidates for restoration. Wow, look at the seat back nets. They're not even stretched out. That means there were never any kids back here pulling on those. And yep, we have all the little rubber attachments. You know, these are where when you lift up the seat, the buckles won't fall down there. Those little rubber things hold them up, and they're still all there. Yeah, the headliner, perfect condition. All the wind lace is still on the car. Let me check this B-pillar piping up here. Sometimes this B-pillar piping will be torn, and I'll replace it. It's actually still fully intact. I mean, so as far as, you know, exterior, it looks like it just needs a good buffing, polishing, you know, paint correction. We don't need to like replace trim pieces or anything. Let me look over here in the, I just want to see this B-pillar piping here. Yeah, this one's not even ripped either. The door strikers don't even need to be replaced. That's yeah, I mean, the people that own this just immaculately cared for this vehicle. All right, let's go ahead and get this up on the lift. All right, I've got the vehicle about head height, so I can just go inspect around the underside. Also, I see I'm going to repowder coat the bunt wheels. These are the original bunt wheels, but you can see the paint has started to flake off of it. So I'm going to repowder coat them. When we're done powder coating, there's you know, they're brand new again. That's a new set we just had done there. But also I can see, I'm not sure if this upper, now keep in mind, we haven't detailed, we haven't pressure washed under here, we haven't done anything. These may have been replaced because the bushings up here those are perfect. I don't know if I'm gonna have to even replace these. That looks too good. So that may have been replaced, I'm not sure. Looking down here at the jack points, I can see there's no rust around the jack points. This is the original, like, you know, it was a primer gray paint that Mercedes would apply. And that's one way that I tell the car's original paint, because that primer gray paint, Mercedes would follow it right along the front lip here, and they would just spray right there. And when people repaint vehicles, they always just paint over that and paint it body color. So I can tell that's, you know, that's original paint. Let's check this upper control arm. Yeah, same situation with this one. That looks really, really good. So I don't know if these were replaced. I'm sure it's in the service records, but yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna have to do the upper control arms. Again, we want to refinish the bunt wheel. You can see we got the paint has started to flake off around there, and that's pretty common on bunts. The jack point, yeah, no rust. All the lower trim pieces are excellent. Let's look at this one back here. Yeah, that's perfect. That's how it should be. I do see I'm gonna have to call Tom for paintless dent removal. I don't know if you can see that. See, there's a couple of little door dings there. Tom's the best PDR guy in Atlanta, and he will come just take those out, no problem. Pretty common to have door dings on old cars. And I'm just looking for any PDR down here. I see there's a little one right there. I don't know if you guys can see it in the camera, so Tom will have to take that out. Okay, let's go ahead and get it up in the air and do an undercarriage inspection. The headlight bezels and the front grille, those look amazing. Those are definitely original Mercedes. It says Bosch made in Germany right there. All right, let's get it up on the lift. Okay, so first thing I usually do, I just come in here and look at these transmission lines, There's the oil cooler lines. Here's the AC manifold, and you can see all the zinc plating is still intact. That means this car never saw a harsh environment. First thing I see I want to do, these are the old original transmission cooler lines. When these break, it just dumps your transmission fluid out and you can't drive anywhere. So definitely want to change those. I can see someone's already installed a new AC compressor, Bayer, so it's not Chinese. Bayers, you know, I've used them before, they're good. So I'm gonna have to test to see if that works, but that looks relatively brand new. Yep, of course I want to do ball joints. You can see there's the original ball joints. Yeah. Yeah, there's the original brake caliper. Yep, those are the original shocks. Yeah, so I just want to redo all the front. Now, actually, it looks like, okay, it looks like someone may have changed the center link. That looks newer. But whatever, I just like to redo all the front suspension. So we're, ball joints, wheel bearings, brake calipers, rotors, tie rods. That's the center link or the drag link, steering shock. Yep, that's an original tie rod. This ball joint's barely still hanging in there. See a little crack right there. We'll change that. I do see that's a new condenser. Receiver dryer. Somebody's already replaced the AC component, so I'm gonna have to test that out. Let's go ahead and keep moving back here. I don't see any drips, leaks from the transmission. Look how bright that is. That's awesome. Look how clean it is up in here. Yeah, that's fantastic. Let's check the transmission mount here. Yeah, that looks like an original transmission mount. Yeah, it's getting a little. Now that's paint, guys. These things, they would paint them from the factory, so that's what you see flaking off of there. But I do see a few cracks forming there. We're going to change that. Wow, that flex disc is incredible condition. No need to change the flex disc. We'll do the transmission mount. I'm just checking the center support bearing. Yeah, that's excellent condition. I'll have to do further inspection to see if we'll have to change that one or not. Going back here to the rear. Yep, of course, I want to clean all this up and refinish the suspension. Same on the front. I want to repaint, refinish all the front suspension. You can see there's just dirt back here. They must have lived on a dirt road. So I want to clean all that up, refinish it. The axle boots. Oh, somebody already put in new sway bar end links back here. That's good. New brake hoses, brake calipers, new accumulators. Those appear to be the original accumulators. Yeah, we'll do a new SLS valve. That appears to be the original, and it's just got a layer of dirt on it. But, we'll put a new one in here. Somebody already changed the SLS leveling rod. That's a brand new Mercedes one. So this vehicle is definitely being serviced. And to change those accumulate, I'm going to go ahead and, those are the original axles. I don't see any cracking, but I'm going to go ahead and take these to CV source and just have these, rebooted and rebuilt, just because. Plus, when I take these axles out, I have easy access to change these original accumulators up here. Yep, new calipers, hoses. Again, somebody already changed the sway bar end link, so that's good. Let's look at this rear flex disc. Yeah, fantastic. Look at that. It doesn't even show any signs of wear on it. And there's no leaking from the diff. Front seal on the diff is good. Yeah, there's not even leaking back here. So of course we'll do a diff service, and I'll probably repaint this, clean it up and repaint it along with the suspension. I just like my suspension to look really good. I can see here's the original muffler, fantastic condition. So, the normal stuff on this car, guys. Suspension, axles, rear leveling valve, and the SLS. rear transmission mount. Oh, let's check the shifter bushings. Let's see if I can see those here. Where are you, shifter bushing? Okay. I don't know if you guys will be able to see this one. Okay. That front, yeah, you guys can't see that. What I'm looking at is, there you go. See that rod that goes all, there it is. This goes all the way up, and there's a clip, and the bushing has rotted up there. So, let's see if I can demonstrate. Okay, here's the linkage. Yeah. See it up there? See it jiggling around? That's because that front bushing is rotted out. So I'm gonna go ahead and change that. Look how clean it is back there. You can see the factory markings on the speedometer cable there. Let's check these, I think guide rod mounts is what Mercedes calls them. Okay, yeah, that's an original guide rod mount. Let me see. Yeah, that's the original mount. So, I mean, okay, yeah, we'll go ahead and change it. Those are the original mounts. Wow, the lower control arm bushings, those are fantastic. Absolutely no need to change that. Oh yeah, those don't even show any signs of wear on them. All right, guys, this is an example of an immaculately well-maintained vehicle. These are the ones I love to find. I just go through and refresh everything, you know, redo the wood. I can't remember if I had the original radio, so I'll need to put the original radio back in. You know, just a full service, bushings, all that kind of stuff. And this is what I like to find, guys. So that's my inspection video. I've already started ordering some parts because I know I'm going to do the brakes and front suspension. I actually have the brake calipers over here, front, rear. Yep, there's the rears right there. Oh, I also ordered these because I knew I was going to have to replace those. That's the flexible transmission hoses. There's a bunch of hydraulic fluid for the SLS system. And yeah, that's it. So I got a little bit more to go on this car. I just got to knock out the zinc plating in the engine compartment. That's what you saw on the table here. And then I'm diving into this wagon. So I'm going to start ordering parts. Now keep in mind, guys, this is just a cursory overview of, you know, my initial inspection. I may find more things that I want to do on the wagon as I dig into it and start going through everything. Like I got to check the fuel level sending unit and clean that out. There's just a bunch of little details that you can't see in these initial inspection videos, but I've got a general idea. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. We'll see you next time. Take care.